Kia ora e hoa ma. Welcome back to Bestie Boos. Thank you for tuning in again.
Hello, welcome back everyone.
So nice to have you guys in here for another episode with us. I'll crack into it. Highlights and lowlights.
Oh yeah?
Low light, nothing particular, just my life.
Oh yep, cool. Generally sad.
So all the stuff you already know.
Yeah, nothing new.
Highlight, the pub around the road, favourite pub. Actually where I had my wedding reception. Got redone, got a rejudge, really needed it, needed a new life in
Long
it.
time coming.
So I am going to be moving into
can't
FYI.
wait.
And this winter, massive highlight for me. Well, it's not winter yet, but we're heading in that way. I don't know what I was thinking last year, gal. But I've put the electric blanket on my bed this year without Samuel last year. I froze.
Do you have like a topper on top of that? Or like, can you feel the wires?
Oh, no, I was going to.
Is
but I
it
just
still
couldn't be
comfy?
bothered. Yeah, it's still comfy. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
great.
absolutely fine.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So last year I was sad, lonely and cold. And this year I'm sad, lonely and warm. So,
Oh well, I call that a continuous improvement.
yeah, we can only ask for up, can't we?
Yeah.
What about you?
My low light, bit of a niggly one. I let the window wiper light signal on my car alert.
Sensor situation.
Sensor, yep. It needed to be topped up and I just ignored that for quite some time. And then anyway, got around to topping it up, thought that would resolve the issue that I was having. No, the sensor must now be broken. And every time I turn on my car, it's like, bing. By the way, you need to top up your wiper fluid. And I'm like, it's freaking full. But anyway, hit the button, ignore, keep driving.
Yeah. You need to go see someone who knows how to deal with dirty sensors or something like that to give that a wee wipe or something.
Yeah, get it sorted because it is a real pain in the neck. But anyway, highlight for me, I have had so much fun this week working behind the scenes on Bestie Boos.
Yes.
Just getting my marketing girly nerd on and doing a few bits and pieces. So that's been fun. If you're a brand and want to work with us, shout out. We could send a wee media kit your way.
Hey, y'all. Sarah's very fancy.
Humble brag.
She sent me the little media kit that she made, and it is very cool. Do you know how to do Photoshop?
I don't know. Did I Photoshop? I didn't actually
It just
Photoshop
looked
anything.
really well presented, like a graphics
thanks, gal.
designer. Did you use Canva?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, if you haven't used Canva before, people, get on it.
Yeah, bloody love it. Also, another highlight for me is actually I went to the Blake Ferns game over the weekend.
Oh, how good.
Yeah.
How'd that end?
It was a draw, which was a bit of a bummer, but it was a edge of the seat thriller, had us captivated the whole time, and just so awesome to see the Blake Ferns play ahead of the World Cup. So,
Yeah, when does that start?
later this year.
Oh, yeah, not right now.
No.
Last week we did a pop culture roundup, which I really enjoyed. I love talking about some of that stuff.
Yeah.
This week I thought we could do it again, but the criminal edition. Lots of court cases and whatnot going on at the moment, starting with the ickiest one.
Oh, greasiest.
Yeah, the P. Diddy trial is on at the moment. He's got like 5 civil cases against him. And he'd already settled with Cassie when that video leaked of him in the hotel lobby beating her up because he's a terrible person. And he settled her $20 million for that. But all this stuff came up anyway. It's actually at a federal level.
Yeah, isn't it sex trafficking?
Yes.
Like it's not
Yeah.
just a case for Cassie's situation. She's just a witness in the
Yes.
sex trafficking case.
It's a much, much bigger case.
True.
So, yeah, it's really intense. There's so many icky details. That guy is obsessed with baby oil. It's so weird. He wants everyone glistening all the time. Oh, it's so yuck. Don't read the articles before you go to bed like I did the other night. But an interesting thing, still psycho, that came up. At one point, Cassie, was in a former relationship with P. Diddy, she started dating someone else. Yeah, because she was under his control, really, allegedly. And she started dating Kid Cudi. He sings that song, I'm on the pursuit of happiness and I know.
What else does he sing? That
Other
does
ones.
not ring a bell to me.
Other songs too.
Oh, okay. He's a singer.
He's a singer. They were, dating each other. P. Diddy found out about it. And so he basically got an incendiary device put on his car, so a bomb, and he blew up his car.
Oh my God, that is next level.
That's movie level stuff. And then they end up, I read in an
Hang
article.
on, was Kid Cudi in the car?
No. But I don't know whether, I think it was a warning shot situation. I don't think Diddy. Well, I don't know.
That's
actually.
relatable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just
I
a
get
warning. I just blew up your car as the warning. Watch it next time.
That. Sheesh.
But apparently in this article, they all went and met about it afterwards to have a discussion. Diddy, yeah, Diddy, all right. Diddy, Cassie, and Kid Cudi, and talking about it. And then Kid Cudi goes, "Well, so what are you going to do about my car?" P. Diddy goes, "What car?"
Well, it's blown to smithereens now, isn't it?
He just stonewalled him.
Whoa.
Wouldn't give him anything. I think that was the end of the conversation, according to that article.
Sheesh, what a D-bag.
I know. And another court case going on at the moment, all the way in Paris.
Yes, can you believe it? It has been like 8 years since Kim Kardashian was held hostage and all
In the
her
bathtub.
jewels. Yes, hogtied in the bathtub.
And she was in a hotel, wasn't it? It was like Fashion Week or something. And she had been posting on her Instagram story where she was.
Yeah.
So people knew where she was staying. Ever since this incident, the Kardashians, always try to post later than that. They go on a holiday, they film it all, and then they show it all later. Yeah,
because pretty much, I think how it went down is they were out for dinner or something. The rest of her friends wanted to carry on. She decided to go back to the hotel, call it a night, had a shower, was in a bathrobe, and then all of a sudden this group of robbers came in.
That's
and,
right. It's like 8 or 10 of them, eh?
Yeah, ended up raiding her room, holding her hostage, hogtied her and put her in the bathtub. Holy shit. Like, that is crazy. Naked,
heavy.
because her bathrobe had fallen off, so she's naked. And then, took all her jewels and got out of there. There's only one piece of jewellery that's been recovered. $10 million worth got stolen, apparently. Wow. One thing got recovered, and that's because somebody found it on the street outside the hotel. Like, they must have dropped it.
Oh, wow.
And a member of the public handed it in to the police. But
I remember after that, though, she was like, I'm never wearing flashy jewelry
Yeah.
again. Like, I've learnt my lesson. I'm not going to be showy. Like,
Yeah.
she made some changes after
yeah,
that.
but get this. So $10 million worth got stolen. And then she obviously claimed insurance. And then the pieces of jewellery that she's had commissioned out of that insurance claim, she's got a $3.5 million necklace, a $3.5 million ring. She's wearing a couple of massive jewels, an anklet with her children's birthstones in it. She's rocked up to the court case wearing all these just like fuck off jewels. Like, you stole that, doesn't matter, hun. I got more.
Something you mentioned to me before we recorded the podcast that I did not know. That these are really old. The robbers are old guys.
Yeah, so get this. There's 10 of them that are on trial, 9 men and 1 woman, and they range in age from 35 to like 78. They're called the grandpa robbers, and they're all quite older people.
Were they criminals before this? Do we know?
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've always done this. And
Correct,
they sort of,
criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thought that they could get away with it.
Oh, damn.
I know.
And that is not
Crazy,
the only other court drama that is going on. If you've been living under a rock, perhaps you've got no Wi-Fi, because surely you've heard of the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and now Taylor Swift drama. So Taylor Swift has been really good friends with Blake Lively for many years, and Blake Lively and Justin are in this whole he said, she said thing over a movie. It's way too confusing.
Yeah.
I actually don't care anymore. I wish they'd both just bugger off, to be honest. The trial for this is not happening until March 2026.
You're joking.
So we still have to listen to this shit for another year.
Oh my God. I thought it must have been going to trial like now with the amount of stuff that's been coming out.
No.
Because this week, bloody, his team said they released a thing saying, oh, by the way, actually, what was it?
Blake tried to
sent a
blackmail
message.
Taylor, pretty
Yeah.
much saying, hey, if you don't come out in public support of me, I'm going to release 10 years of texts from our friendship. And then a judge squashed it and said that's ridiculous. And so we don't know what was said. We still don't know if Blake's wrong, Justin's wrong. And I honestly think most of us don't care anymore because it's too messy.
Yeah.
But imagine that if the 10 years of the texts had gotten out, that would cover so many relationships, feuds, events. It would be massive for Taylor.
When I woke up Friday morning and saw that was the headline, apparently Blake had done this to Taylor. Honestly, I can't believe it. Team Taylor, and it was Pink Shirt Day. I get to work. Everyone assumes because I love pink that I was going to be in a pink shirt. But no, that day I wore my Taylor Swift t-shirt in support of Taylor. They were like, what's going on? I was like, have you heard what is apparently happening? And 10 years of text messages are going to be coming out about Taylor.
No one's going to bully my gal.
No, I stand with Taylor. But I should have known better.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I should have known better.
But you wouldn't actually believe this gal. I couldn't believe it. I've just found out about it. But our texts of 10 years, we've been friends for 10 years and they've actually been leaked and they've made headlines worldwide. This just in. Mid-30s woman suffering from emotional whiplash after her bestie went from deep grief to up the fucking waz in 60 seconds.
That's me. That's got to be me.
This is a premium article on the Herald. Deep dive. Besties spend 45 minutes voice messaging about strangers' breakup.
Yep.
Classic. I love that. Honestly, but why did they break up? If they're going to break up, they should put up a post to say why.
Yeah. Let us know. Don't get us invested in your relationship and then be like, by the way, we're having a mutual parting.
I know. Don't ask me. I want my privacy. Well, you wouldn't shut the fuck up about it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you were like freaking passion on the street and shoving that down our throat, eh?
Text reveal. Bestie admits to having more than one threesome.
Fucking hell.
This one came from some really old messages. Shut. Text show. Best friend ignored red flags, then sent PowerPoint explaining why it was actually fine she dated a guy on Home D. It was all good. Made sense.
I don't know if that's about you or me.
And last one was woman text, I'm okay. Best friend tracks location with gin and a McChicken. She doesn't even give me 2 minutes to respond. She's just out in the car.
I normally have a 40-minute threshold, okay?
Sam, why haven't you responded? I'm like, oh, sorry, I was just watching TikTok. Have you been crying? Oh, maybe for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Gee whiz. Oh, goodness gracious.
Can't believe they
gal.
got released, gal. It was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Oh, hopefully Taylor's okay, though, because she has a big couple of weeks coming up.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, I cannot wait. There's been so many Easter eggs and clues
Yeah.
for the
And
AMAs.
Yeah. The American Music Awards. And we know something big is coming. She's literally spelt out the word on her
Website.
AMAs.
Yeah.
Like,
She-
it doesn't get any more slap you in the face than that.
She's not normally this blatant with us.
No.
She's obviously been like, oh, guys, I'll be obvious this time.
I know.
Looking forward to
Sheesh.
hearing about
Bring it
that.
on.
New music. Want to have a discussion with you. The other day I said to you, can I borrow the Prince Harry book because you've told me that you've read it?
Yes.
Correct?
I have read it.
Yes. And I said, can I borrow it? And you said, no, you can't borrow it. Why?
Well, I can send you the link. I can send you where to buy it because I listened to the audiobook. I did not read a physical copy.
That's exactly the point, okay? You keep saying to me, oh, I've read this book. And you say it in front of others as well. Oh, I've read this, I've read that.
Yeah.
And you haven't. You
Gal,
just listened,
I
gal.
know. I know that it seems to hurt you personally. But with a book, you read it. That is how it is digested. You read it.
Yeah, you read the words with your eyes.
I
Yep.
read them with my ears.
No, you listened with your ears. I just, I know I'm being quite particular, but my problem with it is that I think when you read a book, it takes more effort than listening to a book. So I think, honestly, if you read actual books, you're smarter than listening to them. I don't think there's wrong with listening to books,
Hang
but I
on.
feel like you're going around being like, I read the book, like as if you sat down and read it with your eyes, and you didn't. You closed your
No.
eyes, you relaxed, and you heard it. It's
I didn't
just
close my eyes. I was driving.
like, what's more of an achievement, reading the newspaper or listening to a podcast?
I'm hearing you calling me dumb and lazy. That's what I'm hearing right now, gal. I'm not here for it. You said it's smarter to read a book. There you go. You called me dumb. And then you said you just lie there with your eyes closed. You called me lazy. Do you know how much shit I've got to do every day?
Well, if the shoe fits, hun, wear it.
Dumb, lazy bitch.
Hey, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Sorry, can't come around. I've got books to read with my damn eyes.
I don't know. I just wish you'd say instead, I listened to the audiobook because
Oh,
you
I've
didn't
heard
read
the
it,
book.
mate.
I've heard from Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know the best bit though? It's in his
What?
voice.
Yeah.
So it is like when he's really letting you know about stuff. It's like he's telling you personally, and you're on the phone to Harry, and he's
Doesn't he tell a really grotty, well, not grotty, but like a sexual story about getting something like around the back of the sheds or something? From some
he
woman?
tells about the first time he had sex.
And he
like
also
in a
about
field.
how he nearly lost something to frostbite, his penis. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that rings a bell. It's been a while since I've read the book.
Well, you haven't read it. You've never read it. You've only listened to it.
Yeah, but he does talk about a lot of juicy stuff, like the first time Meghan met Will and Kate and stuff like that. So it's really like you're just catching up with a friend and he's letting you know. So I did enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah.
You just don't get that when you read with your eyes.
Shut up. Let us know what you think, please. Bestie Boos Show on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out to all the dumb lazy bitches. I'm with you. Oh, goodness, gal. We have actually had some nice messages come through and I just wanted to share them with you. So this person says, I just wanted to say how refreshing you gals have been for me. I recently cared for my mother-in-law in our home before she passed away. And also I was a brand new mum. So the podcast has really helped me realize the significance of what I did. I really appreciate you both for bringing that to my attention.
Oh, bless her.
I know.
Oh, like, I suppose I forget because I think, oh, well, not many people's husbands are dying and raising a child at the same time. But lots of people could be in a situation similar, but it's just not their husband. It could be, their nana, their mum, and they're caring for them whilst also being a mum. Or even just in general caring for someone at the end of life is a massive, massive task. And it's something a lot of people can't relate to.
There was another one too that we had. It was actually from a gal who's texted in about her friend. And she says, my friend has cancer and listening to you both has opened up some really big conversations about what the future looks like and what her funeral may look like and our hopes and dreams for the future. It's been super impactful. She's loving looking into and learning about multicultural and traditions too, and thinks that your Kiwi accents are just hilarious. So thank you. We really appreciate you both. And I know it's meant to just be for fun and just be for yourselves, but it's really turning into our weekly highlight and is helping our friendship a lot.
Oh, that's really nice. Like really sad. And I'm really sorry that your friend is going through that. But I'm glad that in some way we can be of help.
Yeah. And shoot, man, like, they were some heavy messages. And like, I think I just sort of took for granted doing this podcast that people were actually going through it. I just forgot that people were going through it in real time.
But yes, and you can also just think about our worlds because we don't necessarily see the people who are listening. We're just getting the messages, which we so love when you message. It means everything.
Yeah.
But so I guess in a way that person's probably learning from us.
We had a bit of a conversation back and forth, and it was just interesting to, I guess, connect with each other from a friend supporting friend situation too. And just sheesh. Man, I guess if I had to tell people one quick fix they could do to help support a friend is if you haven't heard of the website mealtrain.com, literally jump aboard because there is this website you can go on, you sign up and you set a week calendar and figure out what the person in your life that needs supporting likes to eat, if they've got any dietary requirements.
And then people just sign up for the meals that they want to cover when it suits them, right? You send it out the link and they're going, yep, I'm going to cover next Wednesday, and they put in what they're going to bring and stuff with all the details. And it was amazing. I think you had it for like, so that people shouldn't knock on the door for me.
Dramatic.
So I would just get this message like, food at your door. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, why didn't you say hi?
Yeah, because it's so good. Like it takes a little bit to, not even much to set up, and then you share the link far and wide, and your whole village can jump on board.
Yes,
like,
it's brilliant.
Even like we were sharing it with your family and Samuel's friends who I didn't necessarily know, but I could help them help. Yeah. Everyone could literally jump on board. So jump on board Meal Train.
If I was to give a tip or advice, like if you're a friend with someone who's going through a cancer journey, a grief journey, any sort of tough shit.
Yeah.
And this is something I always used to do and now I won't. Please try to stop saying to people, let me know if there's anything you need.
Yeah.
I know we're all coming in with the best of intentions, but what it unfortunately does is it puts it back on the person who's struggling. Then the person who's struggling has to then figure out what they need. And then how you could do that to help them. They're already at capacity. When I was going through this journey with Samuel, I just wasn't capable of even knowing what I needed. And I knew I needed a lot of help. I knew I probably needed someone to help me with Luna and all those things. But when someone said to me, let me know if there's anything you need.
Yeah. The pressure's back on you at that point.
And I didn't know what they meant by that. So when they say that, do they mean I'm happy to pick up a meal? Or are they talking about mowing my lawns? Or are they talking about ring them if I need to cry? And so I know it's all best of intentions, but you're really just putting the person who's going through it back on their own again. So what I would suggest doing differently would be either be quite direct and be like, hi, I'm coming around to mow your lawns on Saturday. Let me know if that's an issue. Or give examples. Let me know if there's anything you need. I'm happy to do baking, school pickups, and rah-rah. I'm free on Wednesdays. I'll message you Wednesday and see if you need help.
Yeah.
Be persistent. Yeah. So don't put it back on them. Be persistent with people and be consistent.
Yeah.
My friend Kelly, at one point, a few months after Sam had died and then Sam's dad passed away, and I remember she messaged and said, oh, mate, I hope you're okay. And I was having one of those days where I was really honest and I should have been more like that, but I was just like, no, I'm not okay. I am faking it to make it more comfortable for the rest of you guys.
Yeah.
I am so unhappy. I'm sick of being on my own every day. Yeah. And she messaged back, I'll be there in 45 minutes. And then I've seen her every Tuesday, well, now it's Mondays since then. And she is consistent. And if I don't see her, she messages me. And it's like, I just wanted, that's what you just want.
Yeah.
You just want people to care about you and love you. It doesn't even have to be your lawns or a meal.
And I think even like you know, we've talked about it before, how you weren't always the best at replying or something, but still message you.
Yes.
Like, I remember people used to reach out to me and be like, hey, or like they'd bump into me and be like, oh, how's Sam getting on? Is she all right? Is she anything? Like, what could I do? And it's like, I don't know, freaking message her yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I have to do. Like,
Yeah.
why do you think I know all the information? Yeah.
And I do get it, but I really would say you're better off to say something than to say nothing. Because, well, that was how it was for me. Because for me, people saying nothing, I took that as a you don't care about what happened to me and it hasn't affected your life.
Yeah.
And you've moved on.
Yeah. And
that's
you don't
how I
see
took
how
it.
big this is.
Yeah. I think people just want to be heard, doesn't everybody?
Yeah. Totally, gal. And the messages that have been like, you're really helping me figure out how I can support a friend going through grief or going through just anything challenging in their life, man. Like, it is important for you to be there for your friends, and I think just it's really nice that we can help give you a bit of inspiration as to how you can show up for those people, because that's a big job too.
Oh, hun.
Like,
and that's what I think with you, like you've done a massive job, and I know I've said this to you before, and it's hard to explain, but I just needed someone to be there.
Yeah.
And Sarah was that person, and I will just forever be grateful for you, gal, because I don't want to think about how hard it would be if you weren't there.
Oh, gal.
Yeah.
That's really kind. So
Love
I
you.
just encourage, I love you too, gal. Fix your necklace, so would you?
Oh, sorry.
I know. But I just encourage anyone going through the shit right now to like get through the shit. Muck in, be that person, show up for your friends.
Because if you don't, you're actually probably, you're saying goodbye to the friendship.
Yeah.
Because trust me, people will forgive, but you never forget, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to say that in a psycho way, but
Oh,
it hurts.
we've chatted about this before. This is not a breakup. You've not like forgotten it. You've not had a shitty boyfriend who's like ghosted you again. Like, it's
He is ghosted me, but yeah.
the ultimate ghosting. Fuck Samuel.
God.
But like this is monumental, life changing.
I know, and scared. They don't know what to do. They're like, that's so hard. How do I fix that? I can't. I'm just going to go the other way. Like, I sometimes see people in the mall actively.
You're joking.
Oh, they've seen me and they
Whoa.
like just, yeah. And I don't think it's, I don't like her. It's,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what to say.
I don't want to have that conversation right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to her.
Shit.
Yeah, but I wish rather people would just go, fuck, man, I don't know what to say to you when I see you.
Exactly.
And I'd go, bro, I don't know what to say to you either. Like, just be honest.
yeah. Because shit, I know you've said like it was really great. I was there, but I don't know what to do. I don't have a magic fix for how to be a great friend.
And
Like,
half the time you were like, oh, I don't know if I should say this, or, oh, I don't know if this is helpful.
yeah, like, do you think
But
that's
you were
really that cool?
there.
I've just said Samuel was the ultimate ghost. Like, who even am I? Calm down.
Actually, have we told the SP2 story?
Nah.
No, I've got to do it now. Okay, so we're in the thick of it with the grief.
For probably about 6 or 8 weeks past.
Yeah,
Samuel's
past
passing.
Samuel's passing. And we're sitting outside and we've been having a good cry about how shit my life is now and how sad it is. And then Sarah pipes up and she goes, oh, gal, I hope you've got an SP2. And so what she's referring to when she says SP2, she's talking about a sex toy, a Satisfyer Pro 2. It's a very popular one if you hadn't heard of it. So she's abbreviated it. She goes, I hope you've got an SP2.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I'm sitting there crying about my shithouse life.
For those who don't know, Samuel's last name is Purdon.
So his initials
SP.
is SP. So I think she said to me, I hope you've got like number 2 lined up. I hope you've got a next guy ready to go. And I was just like, what the fuck? And then she was worried because she thought she'd upset me. And she's like, oh, no, I just mean like, And I was like, why would I have a Sam Purdon too? And you were like,
shit.
what?
No. I just want to go out and have some fun.
I mean a Satisfyer Pro 2. And then we just cackled for like half an hour.
Yeah, and now we often refer to from time to time as SP2. No, the OG SP.
OG SP.
Yeah, but if there is ever a time that you end up with a new romance in your life, he will forever be known in the group chat as the SP2. Bless him.
Good luck to Harry Styles for that, eh?
Yeah. The other day, this week, watching 7 Days, and guess what they say?
What'd they say?
They said, you need a new psychiatrist. How about using ChatGPT? And
Get
I
out.
said, who is the producer on the show and are they listening to Bestie Boos? If you are, hello.
Hi,
Because
welcome.
we have talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah, we really have talked. We've been talking about it for as long as like a month ago, even.
I know, and I'm not saying we're the only people in the world talking about it, but it did make me feel a bit good that we were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, nice. You are the ChatGPT queen.
So I have actually pulled together 5 hot tips about how I use ChatGPT to my advantage. And I thought, I'd share them with everyone and maybe you could all get on board because I'm actually curious. I might actually put a poll up on BBIG, Bestie Boos Instagram. That's what
She always does. She likes to pretend she's real young by abbreviating everything. Sorry about her.
Oh, God. Yeah, I've only just turned 35. I am young. I am forever young. But anyway, I might put a poll up because I'm curious as to how many people are using ChatGPT to this level. Not saying I'm top dog, but I'd love you all to match me.
Bring the energy.
Oh,
Besties.
So, number 1, be the main character, give context.
Yes. Every time I give ChatGPT context, like, because sometimes I'll ask it to do something for me and then it comes back and I'm like, actually, so maybe you need to know, da, 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 and it's always better the second time round.
That's why I use the voice function because you can just jibber jabber away, say to it, oh, this has happened in my life, or I'm sending this email because of XYZ. And by the way, I'm sending it to this person. And one time 2 years ago, that person was actually a really big bitch to me. So just keep that in mind when you're doing a passive aggressive sign off.
So true.
You know, give it all those layers that you can and you'll get the best back.
Yes, the more you give it, the more you'll get. Great.
Amen. Preach, queen. Number 2, don't settle for the first draft. Give it a glow up.
Yes, it'll send me something back and I'm like, no, not funny enough, do better.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I see you, I'm going to try harder.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. So like anytime I use it a lot for like writing as well and refining creative. And I say to it, so pop this in, yada, yada, yada. It spits it back at me. And I'm like, no, I think you need to add in or think about this angle, yada, yada, yada. And it comes back top notch. But on that, I always think with ChatGPT, put in the brief, get it back and make sure you do the final edit. Put it into your words if there's anything not quite right. Just always do that final human edit.
Yeah.
That's number 2. Number 3, use it for your whole life, not just work.
Nice.
Even I think a lot of people might be using it at the base level for help me tidy up this email, but I actually go hard out on it. I say to it, hey, the next 3 days, I'm just going to randomly tell you supermarket items from time to time at 5 p.m. on Friday. I want you to spit me back a list of everything I need to collect on my way home.
Oh, cool.
And I want you to categorize it and I want you to do
You need
this.
to tell people about the time you got it to be your fashion person.
Yes, I forgot about that. At the beginning of the year, I really wanted to sort of like get a bit of a capsule wardrobe going on for work. And so I said to it, hey, I have these items that I love. And I went a bit of back and forth because you can actually put a picture of yourself into ChatGPT and get it to do your colours.
I'd heard
that stuff?
that. I wonder how good it is at that.
I don't know.
I've always wanted
but-
to have my colours done.
Yeah,
I actually
same.
know a gal. I should message her and see if we could go and see her.
Yes, I would love that because I've done it with ChatGPT too as well. But I think you couldn't be in person.
No way.
Yeah. But anyway, we went back and forth a bit on here are the clothing items I have. We figured out what I needed to buy as well. Figured out in a priority order of what I was going to buy over the next couple of weeks, what would have the most impact, me buying first.
Because you couldn't buy everything that it
No.
suggested because who's got that much money?
I know. And then I would say to it, hey, so this week, I don't know, I might have a big meeting on Tuesday, but I've also got sports practice on Friday. So using what you know about my wardrobe and what I've got on this week, create me 5
Oh, man.
outfits.
And how did it go?
Really good. Remember I was always
Yeah, you
sending
got
you
me
fit
this-
checks?
I know.
Every day I would send a wee video into the gals group chat of me and Miller and what we were wearing for the day.
I love you say gals group chat. There's just 2 others.
Anyway, so I would pop that in, and at the end of each day, I would review the outfit, and I would say,
Oh,
to it,
you'd give it feedback to
Yep.
ChatGPT. Yeah.
loved this, the shoes I wore, comfortable shoes, loved the shoes, didn't look quite right with this outfit, or, you know,
And so it's like what you were saying before. The more context you're giving it, the better it's going to be for you. So I'm guessing the next day it continually got better.
Yep.
I might have to do this with the fashion thing.
yes, do. I encourage you to do it for a week. Why not?
Why not? What else you got on, hun? I knew that's what you were thinking.
Sometimes it's like you read my brain. Number 4, it is just the ultimate ghostwriter. Like if you want it to write you a message, write you an email, but sort of say it in a way that is going to really, like, say you're sending, I don't know, a text message to your niece and she's like, real, what's that, Jen, that's coming up? Alpha?
Yes. And you want it to be like particular to her. You could get it to write it in her speak. Is that what you mean?
Yes. You can say, hey, here's the message I'm trying to get across. Write it as if I was Olivia Rodriguez.
Yeah. Rodrigo.
Write it as if I was Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
You know, and it will pop it in as if she had written it. And it's
Yeah,
just
cool.
so fun. Like,
Yeah.
getting it to use other brands' identities and stuff like that. And then the last one is treat it like your assistant, not your genius.
Okay.
So even though ChatGPT should know everything, it does until about 2 years ago. It doesn't know always most up-to-date information.
Yeah.
But if you say to it, hey, I want you to act as if you are my PR agent, and I want you to come up with a strategy that I can use for the next 6 weeks to how we can level up Bestie Boos. That is what I did, and that is how
I'm scared.
I know. And so we've come up with a bit of a plan onto how I can do it, and we've refined it. But it's just so good to be like, think like this. Like, don't just think broadly. Think as if you are a PR strategist.
Yeah, right. Give it a niche. Like, okay, think like you're a personal trainer. How could I, get better arm muscles? And
Exactly.
things like that. Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I really found those very interesting.
Yes. So I just hope you have fun with ChatGPT because it is fun. And like we said the other week, jump on board because AI is here.
Yeah, and it's happening. And, if you leave it behind, it'll leave you behind.
Oh, preach, Queen.
Did that sound good?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. We are coming to the end of the podcast. I've had so much fun today.
Yeah.
So for my final thoughts today, it's my turn to bring something. And I just wanted to, there's a group I feel like we've been ignoring on this podcast. We're hitting like besties, we're hitting gals, we're hitting grievers. But we just have like a really marginalised communities out there. And I just want them to be seen and I just want them to be heard.
Like, who is it? The boys? Not for the boys.
No, it's our lactose-free sisters.
Oh my God, gal, I've just come to Kmart after work thinking, I wouldn't mind, I don't know, just spending a little bit of money, it seems. I'll come here before I pick up Miller at 3 and I'm walking around Kmart and like my gut's so sore and I was like, what the heck's going on? I'm so uncomfortable and like not good. I'm like, I need to rush to a toilet. Like, I don't really want to go to the toilet here. Am I going to try and get home before school? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, it's a whole situation. But then I just realised it's from my fucking dairy and my hot chocolate. Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. Gal.
I'm sorry, it was just so funny. In the background sounds of like the Kmart beep, beep, and she's just standing there going,
Yeah, well, shout out to our lactose-free community. Like that is, I bet you've been there and that's not fun. I normally don't forget either, like when I'm ordering a hot chocolate or anything, but it was just, it got me. It said it was a Nutella hot chocolate and I was like, ooh, love me a bit of hazelnut chocolate.
I follow some people on Instagram who know they're lactose free but still eat bad things anyway and then pay for it. Do you ever do that or you really always try and avoid?
Nah, I live on the edge all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly, because sometimes it doesn't get me too bad and then sometimes it's just like, ooh.
I think actually, I don't know for sure, so I don't want to be too experty here, but there's like a lactose scale, I think, and some foods are higher in lactose than others. Like everything's got dairy, like all the dairy foods, but some are higher lactose. And I think ice cream and milk might be quite high compared to cheese, but I could be wrong, so don't tell anybody this.
I find too, it depends on if it's been cooked or if it's like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, that day it was not cooked.
Yeah.
You were cooked, but not the dairy.
Uncomfy. Thanks for sharing that with everybody.
Yes, well, you just want to be relatable.
Yep.
Real
And that's
life.
the annoying thing about you bloody doing this. You can like plug it all in, but all the embarrassing shit I send you, I can't plug it in and make it like come to the people.
No. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. Great day, great night, great weekend whenever you listen to this. Thanks
Take
for
care of
tuning in.
yourselves.
Ka kite anō.
See you next week.